Ahoy there, everybody! Good to have you here to continue the latest of the Ys franchise here on the Minsk and Friends channel. Welcome, it's Ys Memories of Celceta. We're here just now getting started, digging around in the first dungeon of the game. What was the name of this place? Does it mention the name anywhere? Whoa, hold on. Can you see my mouse there? Oh, that's kind of weird. I didn't realize my mouse was there. Oop, notice that cursor there. Not sure if OBS picked that up or not. We are... Hold on, I think it says here. Casnia Mine, it said on the save file. Got it. I kind of wish it said somewhere around here, too, where we are, but... I can't see it anywhere. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, okay, so here's our hero, Adol the classic red-haired swordsman hero of Ys, who finds himself an amnesiac, of all things. He has woken up with no memory of who he really was in the land of Celceta, where this information broker called Duren shows up, and apparently we knew him before the old amnesia, RPG amnesia case hit us. And, yeah, well, it turns out Adol's instincts for helping out people are still there, because we ran off to save a bunch of miners stuck inside this mine full of monsters, and we gotta deal with that. Before I run any further, I'm going to have to formally apologize to all my Spanish viewers. Not, in this case, not for the, absolutely, poor attempt at a Spanish accent last time on a couple of characters. I mean, that's worth apologizing too, but no, the real issue is the discussion of Spanish literature and my implication that El Cid was a fictional character like Don Quixote. Not correct. El Cid was, of course, a real Spanish general who was influential during the Moorish conquest phase, campaigning against and I believe also for the Moors. If I read like it was a very complicated political history for that guy. When I really quickly read up on him, yeah, I'm really sorry. I don't know why well, actually, I have a theory why I thought that, but it actually makes me sound even worse. Like, honestly, it just looks even worse for me. I'm pretty sure when I was thinking that El Cid, like, there was literature on El Cid the same way there was a book based on Don Quixote. I think... Oh, ow, God, I really spat there. I meant to hit this button to block that, but I screwed it up. Rhoda Droplet, let's see. Recovers 10% HP and revives an ally. Nice. Oh, I feel like we're about to hit a boss. Actually, we had this right here. Heal up and this right before this door, so I'll just finish this thought real quickly. I think that my problem was I was thinking of the classic book, The Song of Roland, not book, poem, really, which was based on a real-life person, but was, you know, literature, kind of like embellishing the story of this guy, Roland, not El Cid. But what makes this even worse is that's not even a Spanish poem, that's freaking French. Is the Song of Roland, so I'm like really uncultured here. I'm really sorry. Feel free to throw fruit at me if I ever visit Spain. You know, if you see me visiting Spain, like don't feel shy. Feel free to throw rotten fruit at me. Like these are some basic mistakes I'm making here, but we shall prevail. Let's go see what's going on over here, because heal point just before a big open door like that. I got a funny feeling about this. Oh boy. Huh. This place feels a lot different from the rest of the mine. It's like some kind of old ruin. That's true, actually. These don't look like mine buildings. But that's not really what I can worry about right now, because freaking Goma apparently dropped in. No, it's Voss! The Awakening Armored Beast. Ooh, listen to this. Listen to that Hammond organ. We are really getting into JRPG territory here. Oh my god, this music. So good. Is this the monster that started all the trouble? Watch out, Adol! If you don't want to die, you'd better hurry up and remember how to fight. Voss. Alright, the following sequence will allow you to fight effectively. Obtain SP with charged attacks, use skills to charge the extra gauge, unleash an extra skill. Fair? Oh, that's a big one. What? Just doing one slam, huh? Alright. I see, we gotta go in, I think, there. But can I try? Didn't meant to mistime that, hold on. Well, I guarded it, but I took a... trying to do the perfect, like... I'm really... There we go, flash guard. Just wanted to see if I could do that. Oop. Oop. Oh yeah, we just also do this to, like... So far, Voss's pattern's not very incredible. Also, happy to see that its health bar is shrinking down at a fairly reasonable rate. You see? Oh, big slam. Okay. Voss is warming up. Oh, you're staggered, are you? Which means now's the time to... Oh! I actually didn't really... I accidentally hit the button to switch in Duren, but that's fine. I wanted to see his move a little bit. Oh, dude's got a laser now, eh? Oh. I'm dropping rocks. Alright. There we go. I really gotta be... Just gotta be brave and really hold the last second for that flash guard, huh? That's interesting. But honestly, this guy, this big slow moves, the dodges are way better than trying to flash guard this guy. Oh, I gotta remember he slaps twice now. Oh, he's down again. Gotcha! A little sloppy because I was trying to style around with the guards there, but otherwise a clean fight. Whew, that was close. But man, I've gotta say, you're pretty strong. You might have lost your memories, but I'm starting to see how you were able to make it out of that forest alive. Oh, that was nothing. No, I think Adol isn't... It's hard to say with a, a mute protagonist, but I don't feel like Adol is super cocky. He seems like a bit of a, plain-bred hero, so I think no one's more surprised than I am. And yet you came wandering in here without a sword? Hopeless doesn't even begin to describe you. Oh, you two! There's a man's voice. Let's see. It's the warden. No, warden? Can you call a mine guy, the boss of a mine, a warden? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, you can call it. You can call like a head of a operation like that a warden, right? Maybe. My brain is failing me at the moment. Also, I will talk about this at further length later on, but that fight took about, looking at the clock, I think like 3 minutes tops is... So, one of the primary complaints I received... Well, not complaints, that's too antagonistic. One of the, primary critiques I received from viewers about E7 that I really didn't notice playing earlier was that the boss fights, the HP values are too big and it just takes too long. That was a pretty breezy fight for a first boss, so interesting. Well, let's carry on. I couldn't believe my eyes! You actually managed to take down that huge monster! I'm Wagner, the head miner. I'm just a passing philanthropist. No, that's a weird line. I'm so glad you're okay. I can't thank you enough. You literally saved all our lives from certain doom. As long as that monster was there, we had nowhere to go. At least none of you are too worse for wear. Thank goodness for small favors, I guess. Absolutely. I'm eternally grateful that no one was hurt. Although...
there is something worth noting that occurred just in the next area. See, there's a strange statue there, and at one point it started to glow. And that seemed to calm the monsters a bit. It might have just been my imagination, but I could swear it actually happened.
What kind of statue or what kind of ruin is this? Oh, these are both good questions. Let's ask about the ruins. What kind of ruin is this?
Sometimes we end up unearthing remnants of old ruins when digging tunnels around here. Unfortunately, that means we also sometimes end up unearthing monsters like that thing.
You look like you want to see it even more now, Adol.
If you're that interested, you should go take a look for yourself. We, on the other hand, should be leaving. I'm thinking everyone's quite worried about us by now.
Sure thing. Take care of yourselves.
Huh, this is all very beat by beat. A lot like E7, the opening there. There's a lot of similarities. I guess, it's not, I really like these games, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the, storytelling is, bonkers, crazy in-depth. There's an interesting story in the ones I've played, for sure, but it seems a little bit more in service to the plot than, some more plot-heavy, RPG, actual RPG, rather than just, an action game like this, so... I guess it wouldn't be a surprise if they kind of end up having rather similar plot beats, so we get into the same kind of action, you know? I think that's what's going on, not that there's going to be, some kind of weird kind of, reference to the plot earlier in E7, although that'd be, interesting. I'm not saying that would be bad, but I doubt we're going with that.
So, you're into these kinds of places, huh? Well, we're here anyway, so we might as well take a quick look around.
Alright, let us have a look then, indeed. Let's see. Oh, okay, never mind, we got right there, so I won't prattle any further.
Hey, what's that?
Well, it's a statue the guy was just talking about. What?
I don't get it. Why is there a statue here where that guy just said there was a weird statue?
I don't know, we walked 5 feet, we went where Wagner was, and this guy's this confused.
Is that the statue Wagner was talking about?
Adol was suddenly stricken with a violent, intense headache. Adol. I truly sorry. This way. Certain you return this false sanctuary. I have some kind of memory lapse there, but it's all so foggy. Oh.
Hey, Adol! You okay? Was it that voice you heard outside again? You don't look so good. I think it's about time we head out of here ourselves.
Nope, we're not done with apparently these mystic shenanigans. Suddenly, a light appeared before the two, concealing a small winged object within it. Okay, so Duren sees this as well, then. Because the memory orb outside the mines was just Adol. Okay. Acquired a silver wing.
Hold on.
Whoa, that sure wasn't here before. Where the hell did it come from? Sure looks old. I wonder what it was used for. Do you think this ruin has anything to do with the voice you heard?
Calm down. I don't know, he's being rather reasonable. I don't know. I'm just gonna say, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't. Sorry. I know that when miners dig up ruins, monsters sometimes show up, or other strange things start to happen.
That seems like that would make this land very poor for the mining industry, but who am I to tell?
Seems like this is just another unsolved mining mystery for the history books.
Or is this just like meta humor about the fact that, you know, Oath in Felghana also had, you know, immediately you dealing with miners unleashing monsters in ancient ruins, and this just being a thing that keeps happening? I don't know. It could totally be that.
Well, I'm ready to go anytime. When you're done down here, let's head back to the surface.
Cool. Well, can we still... Apparently we can. A winged statue silently stands before you. A silver wing. It is not here in the use items. It is not in the artifacts. It is... Got all this stuff, Apparently filthy liquid. Ugh. Key items. That's where you find it. Got the mine key, the journal... Kind of spoiling how many key items there are in the game. I think that's cute and old-fashioned in a way, so I'm not like really grumpy, but I think it's just funny to see like that everything actually, like they're like giving you the, you know, how many there is. Anyway, silver wing. Warp between monuments of same color. Allows party to warp between monuments of the same color. Oh! I may have spoiled that a little early there. I feel like the game's about to tutorialize that to us, but sure. Yeah, in fact, here we go. I'm just, you know, my damn curiosity, I couldn't help but look it up. The silver wing is shining brightly. It appears to be reacting to something.
Oh boy, what now? Is it resonating with that stone monument? Let's take a closer look.
The silver wing can now be used to warp between stone monuments. So, right, you could do this in 7 as well, I remember. Yeah. Could you do it in Felghana? It's funny my memory of Felghana's bad on this front. I know there were, like, heal monuments all over the place. Was there a fast travel thing in that game? I just can't remember, embarrassingly enough. But 7, I definitely remember using the map to teleport. I don't remember this color and shape thing. I think you could just teleport with every spot. That's an interesting wrinkle. I'm sure it like adds a little bit of like makes it a little bit trickier how to travel with that, and that's fine. So yeah, examine a monument to display the warp menu, select one of the illuminated monuments, and the party will warp to the selected monument. Let's give it a go. Oh. Ooh. It's a bit of a tiny map. Is the world really going to be this tiny, or is this going to spread out as we get to explore? It's just like limited to these spots now. I don't know. Anyway, we are at the depths, I guess, so let's go... Boing! Right over here.
Ooh, what? What just happened? That's just the entrance to the mine, isn't it? How do we get here? Did that monument warp us here? So many weird things have happened today. It's making my head hurt. Come on, let's just get back to town already.
No, man, you gotta appreciate that. Right, this wasn't a huge... This was right close to the entrance, so we should be right out of here. So I think we're gonna hit a huge cutscene over there, but I'd be remiss not to mention the voice actors really quickly. I'll just name them and maybe talk a little bit. I don't have a ton to say about them, honestly, but... They're household names, but surely, but... Adol, surprisingly, does have a big name. It's Bryce Papenbrook, as I looked up. He's been a couple of East games. As far as I could tell, he was also the voice of Adol already here in Celceta. Might have been his first time voicing Adol. But yeah, he seems to be a regular voice for Adol right now. Duren is... fittingly, because, you know, Dogi was voiced by Patrick Seitz, and this guy is kind of filling in Dogi's role. Another big-name anime dub veteran guy, even bigger than Patrick Seitz, I'd say, in terms of, like you know, the history of career, is freaking Kirk Thornton. Huge list of roles for this guy, and here he is popping in as Duren. That's cool.
What's going on here?
Is the implication that we don't have a amazing celebratory meeting? What's going on here? Oh no, never mind. Duren just wasn't ready for the crowd. Okay, I was jumping to the wrong conclusion immediately. Here they come! Here they come!
Good job! We heard all about you from the head miner, kid.
Thanks for helping my friends, big guy. Excellent work, gentlemen. So you are the red-haired youth noted in the report. My name is Griselda. I am the Governor General of Celceta. It is a pleasure to meet you. What's all this commotion? I don't know, I'm pretty clear what's going on. Everyone's hyped that we saved the day. Let's be polite. I'm Adol Kristen. Adol, you say? A fine name. Fitting for one as brave yet approachable as yourself. I, too, would like to extend my deepest thanks for saving not only the miners, but some of our army soldiers as well. Oh yeah, Sancho and Panza, that whole thing where the whole Spanish thing really kicked off when I saw those names, Sancho and Panza. There is more I wish to discuss with the two of you, but I'd prefer not to make this commotion any greater. Would you mind accompanying me to my office? Apparently not, because we jump right there. Whoa, where is this in town? This is a freaking castle. This thing is huge for, you know, this town has the energy of... What was the name of this town again? Was it... Well, you know what, I can't remember off the top of my head. We'll get there for sure. But it did not look... It looked like a pretty small and sleepy town. And it has this giant castle as the administrative building. I guess if it's for the entire region of Celceta, that makes sense, so... No. Still, this is quite the coincidence. I recently heard of a mysterious island called Hysteria in the east, long cloaked in violent, impenetrable winds. And I also heard that it was freed from its storm wall by a young red-haired man, much like yourself. Oh, I think that's a reference. That's fun. I think that's a reference to Ys 1 and 2. Ys 1 begins with Adol passing through like some kind of storm to get to an island. And this is supposed to be like really early in Adol's career, because again, remember, the Ys installments are not chronological. So I understand Celceta's kind of early in Adol's career, so like that would be like recent, I guess. I might be off here, let me know if I'm right or wrong, but I really think that's what we're talking about here, because that's kind of fun. I just can't remember what the place was called in Ys 1 and 2. And I only I've only ever played the first one completely. 2 I only played a little bit, but yeah, I think that's what we're going for here. Very fun.
Now that you mention it, I heard something similar from a traveler in the bar myself a while back. But there's no way, right?
Regardless, I would like to extend my deepest thanks to you for all you've done here, Adol. And there is one other issue I would also like to discuss with you. Are you familiar with the Great Forest of Celceta to the northwest of here? I've heard discussion of it. Yeah, actually we could say, like, of course, because it's been a big talk, I'd say. Well then, that certainly simplifies matters. Uh-oh. Did I just miss out on important lore to understand what the hell the Great Forest is? It is said that few who ever entered the Great Forest ever return alive. As such, even our army has been hesitant to explore its depths, leaving it mostly an uncharted wilderness. However, we have recently received orders from Rom instructing us to find new gold deposits. We must make haste. I therefore have a formal request for you, Adol Kristen. Would you consider undertaking the task of mapping the Great Forest on our behalf? Mapping it? Again, it is an uncharted wilderness. Few set foot within and fewer return. Therefore, no map presently exists. Well, surely you have a map of like the first 500 meters into the forest, right? How scary is it? Like, oh. You would begin a thorough expedition into the forest starting tomorrow, carefully mapping every melee. I cannot deny that it will be a dangerous task indeed, but you will be rewarded most generously for your efforts. Tomorrow we will be formally announcing the quest and presenting the first able to complete it with a large sum of gold.
What kind of money are we talking about here?
It will be awarded in installments based on percentage explored. In total, our budget is 30 million gold. Now hold on, if no one's mapped this forest, how do you know the percentage of it? Well actually, maybe they have like not percentage, maybe they have the perimeter of the forest, kinda, mapped out, so, yeah. I feel like I should be focusing on that exorbitant amount of money and not the, logistics of the mapping, but I can't help myself.
Huh, not bad at all.
Numerous explorers and prospectors have already heard rumors of this and begun gathering here in Casnia. That was the name of the town, Casnia. Okay, good. If you are interested, I would like to hear your answer as soon as possible. Before sundown tomorrow, preferably. However, the hour is late, so please, rest for the night. There's a room at the inn. I am hopeful you will think it over.
Okay.
Oh hey, we got an Achievo, Mine Raider, successfully rescued the trapped miners. Good stuff. If you're interested, I would like to hear your answer as soon as possible. Before sundown tomorrow, preferably. However, the hour is late. That's the same dialogue, basically. Oh, I love she's doing that, Gendo Ikari pose with her hands. I'm sure you can be a good guy and do that pose. Right? I don't know. Alright.
You're a lucky guy to be able to talk to the Governor General personally.
Leroy.
Oh, sure would be nice to get called inside instead of just standing guard here all day.
Oh, that's a funny little animation. Freaking door closing like that. Alright, let's just mosey on out. This giant castle exploring, it seems. Whoa! Look at this guy. This dude looks so cool, mustachioed man. Oh, you're the swordsman who took down that monster in the mine, aren't you? Damn straight, you've got the wrong person, bub. I don't know, both of these seem really aggressive for Adol, the way I've pictured him. Let's go. Damn straight. I thought so. How did I know, you ask? Because I'm a genius, of course.
I am the great Leo, commander of the Celcetan army and the finest swordsman around.
Oh, I think we've heard mention of this guy. Oh, he's so cool.
Don't you start getting cocky just because you took down a little monster while I was away.
Oh my god.
If I'd been here, I would have defeated it in a tenth of the time. With such skill and grace, you would have been left speechless.
That's impressive, given that, again, like I mentioned, that boss fight was a real quick one. It was so quick, I was almost expecting a second boss a second monster to appear for just a hot second there. But, But then the miners showed up, it was like, okay, never mind. Oh, man. Oh, I hope he joins the party, too. I hope oh, man, I don't think both Griselda and Leo are gonna be party members. Seems unlikely. Ah, man, but I'm just putting my chips everywhere. Both of these guys are so cool.
That Commander Leo is probably the most infamous man in Casnia. I'm sure you can see why.
Oh, boy.
Amazing how quickly you got involved with some of the strangest, most influential folks around.
It went fine. Exhausted, Adol and Duren made their way toward the bar. I like it kind of says inn. Oh, and it also kind of says bar on the left. Those fake letters there, fantasy language letters. At first I noticed already last episode it kind of says inn on the right, but I'm pretty sure now looking at it, it also says bar on the left. I'll show you once we walk out, you see it better, but that was kind of fun.
I think this has been the longest day of my life. So, what are you gonna do about the Governor General's request?
Haven't decided yet. I don't know. So Adol is like this kind of hero guy to, you know, just jump in and save people, as we saw with the mine case. I feel like mapping the forest isn't the kind of like urgent like quest to help people that Adol might, you know, jump on, like, you know, jump at the chance. So I actually think it might be almost a little in character to be like, I haven't decided yet. It's just mapping a forest. It's not like people are in danger. It's mapping the forest for, you know, economic needs. Freaking miners are interested in making gold mines, you know, that's not the most heroic thing in the world, so, not the kind of, you know, perilous hero thing, you know.
What? You worried? Well, I don't think you'd get along with the Romans all too well, but...
Adol.
Say, Adol, I have a crazy idea. How about the two of us accept her offer together?
You just want the reward money. Nah, no, as partners?
Hey, I said it was a crazy idea. Does kind of feel like I've been dragged all over the place by you today, but I can't deny it's all been pretty exciting. I want the money, you want to get your memories back? And to get your memories back, you're gonna need to go back into the Great Forest anyway, right? We make the map, sell it to the Romans, and I get some juicy info while we're at it. Everybody's happy. It's a win-win.
I feel like I'm being used. Nah, sounds like a plan. The way he spoke it, I think Adol will go along with this. Sounds like a plan.
Great. It's a deal. If we can both benefit, we might as well stick together. Safer than going into those woods alone, that's for sure.
Also, I'm kind of, you know, I'm not the kind of guy for funsies belabor when a game is like, you must do this, right? You know, I know people make fun of that often when video games present you with a choice, but like, it's very obvious that, you know, if you don't pick that choice, you don't progress in the game, because that's what the story supposed, you know, wants you to do. But then people will just like kind of mock and try to pick the count me out option. I know, and I get it. It is not the most graceful kind of like gameplay mechanic storytelling thing. But I don't mind it, and I think it's, you know, it's a little silly. It's just kind of fun to me, and I don't want to belabor that too long. Like, I did a little bit with Adol being a little hesitant here, you can see, but I, you know, I want to get in on the action if that's what the game wants me to do. That seems to be what they are leading me towards, so might as well go with it, yeah. All right.